Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Jay's for Down podcast. I'm your host, Jay, and here today I have Deansworld, Dean, actually. But you guys probably know him as Deansworld on YouTube. Glad to have him on to talk some football and get his thoughts on some things. Got a great sports mind, so glad to have him on the show to talk some ball with us. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, of course, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. So, Dean, I hear you're a Packers fan. So now you guys traded away Aaron Rodgers, okay, to the Jets. We all knew that was going to happen at some point. It was time for him to go. So now Jordan Love was getting ready to take on that mantle of being the starting QB there in Green Bay. Do you think he's ready?
So I kind of just expect for Jordan Love, he's just got to do it as expected and not really do too much. He's not expected too much. Because I'm really relying on the rest of the Packers, which is now this run game we're building up. We have Aaron Jones signed to a better contract now. I guess A.J. Dillon's probably going to have a higher workload. And we drafted 2 tight ends back-to-back in the draft. One is a versatile pass catcher. The other one's a run blocker. So all I'm expecting for Jordan Love is just to do his part. Don't turn the ball over. Do your short passes. Run the ball. I think he'll do fine. I'll expect a down year for now. But this is a solid offense we're building up. I'll probably be 2 or 3 years before back in the playoffs, however.
Okay, sound pretty confident there.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love. I think he's not a big sample size to walk.
I don't expect a deep ball from Jordan Love. I'm expecting slow, little chunk plays. The Packers offense kind of wear down the defense. That's what I'm going at.
Right, yeah, just simple stuff. Yeah, and I think he can handle that. Because you can't ask the kid to come in there and be Aaron Rodgers. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. He's had a couple of those plays where, I remember the Eagles game, he threw one 70-yard pass to Christian Watson. I don't expect none of that. That was just kind of a flunk play for most of those. But the more of those we can get, I'll take it. But it was just
So you mentioned Christian Watson there. Talk about him, man, and he had a big year last year as a rookie. And talk about just what he brings to that offense, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. He's already proved he can be a deep ball threat, and he's done a bit. He's had a few drops, but that's not really concerning. Just want to see if he's on the same page of Jordan Love, and hopefully, like I said, just find a little bit more in the midfield too. I don't want him to be just all deep ball routes because he's going to be basically the oldest receiver in the team, if I'm not wrong. I don't really know what to expect. He needs to be the veteran, even though he's a second-year player. And I just hope he's all around the field, not just in the end zone 24/7.
Yeah. And I like Christian Watson coming out in the draft last year. I thought he was a very exciting prospect. Packers picked him up. This is a good pick.
That's just what the Packers do. They don't reach for the stars. I really wish we got the Ohio State receiver, but sometimes they just go for second, third round receivers, and that's just how it is. It's diamond in the rough. The Packers, they draft low, they turn to the stars. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Just look at Devontae Adams, right?
Exactly. And Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, all of them, all the past years.
Yep, all those guys who are no longer in Green Bay.
Yeah, no, not even close. Yep.
But I'm like I said, it's going to be interesting. Now defensively, what's it looking like for the Packers there? Are you confident?
Defense, I might be a little bit more excited for the defense actually, considering I feel like everybody's been flaming us for taking all defensive players in the first round, but I think it's going to pay off now. We added this really good edge from Iowa, Lucas Van Ness. And I just think it's just the perfect fit. He's kind of like Aiden Hutchinson in a way. It's exactly what the Packers need, a little corn boy to be on the defensive line, because that's just what we like. But also, if we keep Jair Alexander, I'm sure we will. And we like to develop cornerbacks as well. Rasul Douglas was one a few years ago, which just popped out of nowhere. And obviously, our defensive line, Kenny Clark should be staying. And Rashawn Gary has been improving every year. I'm really excited for this defense. I really think the defense could probably be better than the offense probably for the next 3 years, and that's what's going to help us at least win some games, if not.
Yeah, I agree. Defense, as they say, wins championships. But I think now, though, we're in the era of football where you're going, especially with how loaded the AFC is and how top loaded it is. It's like, so even if you get to that big game, if you're going to win a Super Bowl, you got to have both.
Exactly.
We're past the days in the NFL and football in general where a really good defense, a great defense will win championships. It might, but you got to have both.
I mean, the way I look at it, the defense right now, maybe it's good enough to win games in NFC North because that's all I really care about right now is just competing for the division. We're not winning the Super Bowl this next year. But no, I fully agree with that. We would never compete with the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals now. It's just AFC is completely top loaded compared to NFC anyways.
Yeah. I mean, the NFC, now the Lions, they're emerging now in the NFC North. You still got the Vikings. Well, Vikings are just...
They're trending down a little bit, but I mean, I still expect them to repeat. I don't expect them to be as good, but around there at least.
Yeah, they'll be decent, right?
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah. I mean, but it'll be exciting, and Aaron Rodgers now a Jet. Now I've been asking, a lot of people that came on my podcast this question, man. But I'm gonna ask you, and Aaron Rodgers, bro, like the Jets, are they getting too much hype? Or is it right, Leo?
I fully understand the hype, but I feel like it's just kind of watered down for me, especially since last year we saw the Russell Wilson hype. And I really can't bank on Rodgers to have full success. And I know it's completely contradicting because then Brady, his first year in Tampa Bay, I mean, look what happened to him. But at least for Rodgers, I think it's going the way he wants to, and I expect him to still at least put up numbers. I mean, he's getting all the receiver he wants. He's already got a solid defense. The Jets were pretty decent. I mean, they destroyed us last year, so I mean, now he's just adding Rodgers to the case. I mean, I like the hype. I think they're going to be a pretty solid team. Maybe wild card. I'm not shooting division title. I'm shooting wild card, and I think that meets the criteria of hype we're going there right now.
Yeah, I think wild card is reasonable there. I think that makes sense. Divisional really probably stretching it. Go farther than that, you might. Hey, I might call you crazy.
I mean, especially with the Bills and Dolphins too. You got to play twice a year. I'm not too worried about the Patriots for them, but I mean that's 4 tough games already, and then I already know the Jets have a top 5 part of the schedule league. I'm pretty sure. That's just tough stuff. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with your old QB and see how he does up there with the Jets. But moving on to a different topic here, man. So I'm sure you heard about the new kickoff rule that the NFL imposed, right? A lot of people don't like it, rightfully so. They're expressing their opinions about it. Even Travis Kelce was like, "Bro, it's so stupid. Like it's a bunch of BS. Like I think that he doesn't like it." What are your thoughts on it?
I just feel like it's another attempt for NFL just to be like, you know what, we just need to eliminate this. We are so tired of the so-called injuries we get from kickoffs all of a sudden, and it's just a move just to kind of eliminate the kickoff. And it kind of makes me think. I don't know if you kept up with the XFL, but I think the XFL did it perfect the way they did kickoffs. They made it so no players get a running start, and that's really the main concern for injuries is just head-on fast-speed collisions. But the NFL is just. They're not doing much against it. They're just eliminating it instead of making it fun like it used to be.
Like I always thought this about football, man. Football is a contact sport. It's a physical sport. That's what makes it fun. You get to go out and hit people without any repercussions. I mean, like...
that's what they signed up to do. They're getting paid millions of dollars to do that, and they're fine with it. They know that they're at that risk.
Right. So it's like, why are we, let's not make this game soft. I mean, I've played football for almost 13 years through my life, and I loved it, man. I stopped, but I used to play it, dude. I loved it. I love hitting people. All that stuff, like, it's fun, and the brotherhood aspect of it. But when you take these things and you out the game, you're making it soft. And we already know how the pass win, that's a whole conversation within itself.
Yeah.
But now, you kick off, it's like, bro, at some point it's going to get turned to flag football. Like,
yeah, I mean, they've already done that in Pro Bowl, so I mean, it's trending that way right now.
Yeah. So it's we'll probably start calling it the NFL, the National Flag Football League.
Flag Football League. No fun league is what I hear a lot.
No fun league, yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like, I don't like it. I think it's stupid too, but we'll see how it goes. So the rule. So if anybody doesn't know, so what it is that when you have if a player calls for a fair catch or if it's a touchback inside 25, then the ball automatically moves out to the 25-yard line. So there's really no you're limiting returns, all that stuff. So that's basically what it is. If you guys don't know, NFL is going to try this for this year, and they're going to revisit it next offseason. But I'm feeling that they might keep it around, which I don't want. So, crazy, man.
It's weird.
What happened to football, dude?
Yeah, I know. NFL does this a lot. They seem to like experiment in 1 year gaps. Because I remember maybe 2 seasons ago they did the all you can challenge a pass interference call.
Yeah.
And it's weird what the NFL does. It works, but they usually just abandon it, and it makes no headlines at all. It does nothing for the future of football.
Yeah. See, I find it funny how they want to limit injuries. And supposedly was this kickoff, but then it's like you add a 17th game, and then like possibly another Thursday night game, like. It's stuff like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like they contradict themselves here. I guess only when it makes them more money. Just like
definitely, yeah.
Right. So
they expand the playoffs to 14 teams. Add the super wild card weekend is what they call it now. Not just wild card weekend, it's super. They had to add an extra game to it. So
super wild card.
Super, yeah, exactly. Got to get 6 games instead of 4. It's, however you do the math, just a lot more money for them.
Crazy, man. I just don't get it. But anyway, but we cover its job, but now, man, I just want to hear I know it's like, we're still in OTAs, dude. We haven't even hit mini camp yet, but I just want to know, who is your way too early MVP pick for the 2023 season, man? Who do you have winning that award?
Okay, so I'm going to start basic, and we know this is a quarterback award now, so already off the top of my mind, it's between 2. I think Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes are the top 2 contenders. And I think Jalen Hurts will be around there as well. He's trying to prove himself. He can do really good with a really strong offense as well. But I like to stay with the trends. And there's been a trend that's been going on for probably the past 4 or 5 years in NFL. It seems like second and third year quarterbacks have just a random skyrocket into the MVP ratings. And I'm talking about Lamar Jackson, his second year, I believe he won MVP. Josh Allen, his third year, he just started going off. And I can't remember who else. Carson Wentz did it too, even his MVP year, the year before. I know that's kind of a bad one, but it's true. So I'm looking at second and third year quarterbacks right now, and I know this one's kind of cliche to some people, but I really think Trevor Lawrence could be top 3 this year in MVP voting because he's already shown the potential. He's got a solid offense now. He's added another weapon, and I think if we're going for a second or third year quarterback that can just skyrocket, it's got to be Trevor Lawrence. It's the only option there is.
Okay. So would you say that's is that a dark horse for you?
I would call it more of a dark horse. I'm not locking that MVP, but I think that's something that should be under the radar is T-Law. I think that's a good pick.
No, man, you know what? And I think that's a great pick. I think Trevor Lawrence is a fantastic quarterback. He was amazing in college. That's why he got picked where he got picked, even in high school in Cartersville. That's where he went to school. A lot of schools were recruiting him. He ended up going to Clemson and in the NFL. And now he's got Doug Peterson, working with him there, and you saw what they did last year. You saw the jump in his stats and his play. They went to the playoffs and came back down 27-0. It's the Chargers.
And what really helps him too is his division, the AFC South. I don't remember the last time an AFC South team has swept their division, but Texans. There's nothing on the Texans. They got future, but I don't expect them to win games right now. Titans are very one-dimensional, I feel like, and they can easily be beaten. And the Colts, once again, the rookie quarterback leading them, it's not like they're going to win much games. The Jaguars is the most experienced team in that division right now, weirdly enough. And, that's going to help them have a case of stat pads of numbers.
It's so funny. It's like the parallel, with the Jags. Like, a couple years ago, it wasn't as long ago, man. 2017, I believe it was. They were a playoff team.
The Saxonville year.
Saxonville. Everybody remembers that. I remember it. That defense was scary. They go to the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. They lose, but they were there. And then it's just a whole stretch of just awfulness and lots of number 1 picks. And boom, they're going right back up. So it's like it's weird. But
that division takes turns being good.
Yeah.
There's not always two good teams. There's always one at a time.
So, but no, I mean, the AFC South is very weak. So I think the Jags are going to take that division this year. I mean, there is no other threat to me. Yeah, the Titans, they're just a mess with the quarterback spot right now. You said the Colts, they rookie. I mean, Richardson, a rookie. So it's like, what are you going to do there? And the Texans, again, situation, a rookie. So, but yeah, I obviously my MVP picks, man. I think Joe Burrow's going to take it this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baller, man. He's always just had that dog in him, bro, and I think he's going to take that award this year. However, I'm also going to put Hurts up there with him and Patrick, obviously. So yeah, those would be my top three right there. And I guess I agree with you there on that T-Law pick as the dark horse candidate. I mean, it's so, like you said, it's such a QB award. Like, I wish another position could win it, but it's like I don't. It's just that's just how it is. It's just a quarterback award right now. So, I mean, but if you had to pick a player that wasn't a QB, who you think would win it? Or had the potential?
I think the obvious answer is probably Justin Jefferson. There's just everything, every criteria. He checks every single box for a receiver. I mean, he, especially against us, the Packers, with like 200 yards, 2 touchdowns a game. I mean, it's got to be Justin Jefferson, I feel like.
Yeah, solid pick. Jay Jett is a dog. I'd pick him or Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, yeah.
Those two, man. I mean, they were on the same offense in college. Like, could you imagine that? I mean, we saw it, but it's like now you watch me in the NFL. It's like these guys were on the same offense with Joe Burrow in college. Like, anyway, but yeah. So that's what's up with that, man. But moving on, man. So everybody knows, on your channel, you play a lot of Madden. Okay, so
I'm more of a simulator.
Well, but yeah.
Obviously, I'm on Madden all the time. So.
But obviously everybody knows, dude, that franchise has hit a blow for a lot of years now. Can you just give your thoughts on that, bro? Like, man, what happened to Madden, man? It used to be so much it used to be so much better, and then it just started sucking.
I feel like Madden has kind of got its creativity just sucked out of it. There's just no creativity with it anymore. Because one of my favorite features of Madden in the past was always create a team, just custom franchise stuff like that. And now with the rise of Madden Ultimate Team, they saw it just coming up around, 2015-ish. I think it was when it started peaking. It's all about microtransactions now, and it's all about mutts. And franchise mode just got pushed down the gutter. No one really cared about it anymore. Offline play was also just really bad for a couple of years. And I think they're just still sticking with that. It is what's making them money. And we kind of lost a lot of important just things that came out of Madden just because money is just sucks.
Yeah, it does. If I had to think the last good Madden that we had, I would say probably 17, maybe. I think out of that or 15, yeah. To me, since then it's just been trash.
It's just been feels like the same thing. That's okay. That's just what I expected to be now. But I think it's just so disappointing that it can be so much more. But I mean, I don't know if it's EA holding them back or the NFL. I know the NFL is pretty strict too, so I can't fully blame EA for the things that go on in the game because the NFL is not as fun as well. So, I mean, you look at other games like I'm going to use NHL because I actually really like the NHL game, but it's actually pretty solid for being EA title. I would say it's much more involving than what Madden has. It just sucks because it's what NFL is holding them back compared to NHL is actually letting them do things.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's funny. You could possibly even say the same thing about 2K. Also has seen a bit of a decline. So who knows? But yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, then we're gonna have Madden 24 and so on and so forth. But anyway, so this news just broke out, man, maybe like about an hour or so ago. DeAndre Hopkins got released by the Cardinals. Um, Dean, I want to hear your reaction on this.
So this is my first time hearing that. I didn't even know that, but released by the Cardinals. All right, so my first impressions is I'm already seeing where he's probably going to go, and he's probably already got a few quarterbacks in his mind. I feel like he's going to like Lamar. I don't know. He's looking for the heavy hitters here. You can easily tell. Why did he get released for the Cardinals? I don't know. I thought he was comfortable there, but I'm going to go and say the Bills, Ravens, Eagles, all the heavy hitters are already in competition with them. But, I mean, he could be a Packer if he wants to. I'd gladly take him.
Yeah, I know you want to turn that down. Hey, he can be a Falcon too. I'm all for that.
I'd be fine with that.
No, I mean, yeah, this is something that, I mean, we knew that. I mean, it's actually been a lot of conflicting reports. I mean, to be honest with you, because one thing will say that he's fine there or whatever, but then there's like another thing. He gets on a podcast or something. He's like, well, I like to play for these guys, So it's like, but anyway,
yeah.
we find out that he apparently just wanted out, and there no trade happened, so they cut him. Now he's free to sign wherever he wants to. So that'll be fun. In the D-Hop sweepstakes, we'll see what team will win this round. It's gonna be interesting, man. Like, if I had to pick a team, bro, I'd probably pick. I think he would go. But I feel like the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs.
Like a good fit for him would be the Chargers. Now with Keenan Allen aging, and I know they got the new rookie. I mean, they can just complete the cycle going to receivers. And Justin Herbert, I mean, I feel like he wants to stay out west, and he likes it out west. I think the Chargers is a pretty solid place to go.
Yeah. Actually, in his list of QBs that he'd like to play with, he did mention Justin Herbert on that list. Along with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. That because I know, like you said, the quarterback plays. When you have receivers in this type of situation, they become free agents or available via trade, whatever. Like they quarterback obviously of the team is a big role in defense. And the teams we just mentioned have solid defenses. Chargers. But anyway, most of them. That plays a role in it too because where do you think he's going to go? You said the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Another team, second team.
Second team. I mean, it's just got to be one of the ones we named. I don't know why I like the Ravens. Even though the Ravens just got Odell Beckham, I mean, they would not hesitate if DeAndre Hopkins came to them and said, "I want to play for you guys." It just seems fitting.
That would be lethal. That duo right there would be lethal. And John Bateman and Zay Flowers. Let me not hype these Ravens fans up, on here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to, get you excited. So I'll stop on that point right there with DeAndre Hopkins. But he is released. He's a free agent, so we'll keep monitoring that for you guys. I'll let you know what happens. I'm really just excited to see what happens with that because I don't know where he goes. Whatever team he goes to, it will help him a lot. So. But yeah, man. Other than that, dude, it's getting into OTAs, man. We're almost at this new season, bro. We're almost there. So I mean, who would you say, bro? Like, it's a player for you that this year is make or break. They gotta step up. Like players that this is the year for.
All right, I think the first one top of my mind is no doubt Mac Jones. I would say Mac Jones and Davis Mills, two quarterbacks who are young, but with the trend now, young quarterbacks can get replaced really quickly if they're just not doing their job right. They're doing decent, but they're just not doing enough. And especially the Patriots, everyone's predicting the Patriots have a really bad year, and that's just I don't really know what to say for the Patriots. But Mac Jones, he's just got to be the leading factor. And now, Davis Mills, we don't know if he's going to start for C.J. Stroud. I've heard conflicting stuff, but if he has a future or not, maybe he'll get benched by C.J. Stroud. Those are just two players, two quarterbacks at least, that just make or break definitely.
Yeah, Mac Jones definitely. And they bring in Bill O'Brien to be the offensive coordinator. And from what I hear, Mac was excited about that. So maybe he'll maybe we'll have a better year offensively. I would say this man, yeah, Davis Mills definitely. He has performed too well. And like I said, I think they're going to start him week one, but if he stinks it up, yeah, Stroud's in, and I think he's done. But I also have to go with Justin Fields here too.
Yeah.
This we saw him take a little bit of a step up last year, but this has got to be the year. This is like your real prove it year, because if he doesn't, I don't think the Bears are going to give him that extension. If he does not step it up this year and prove like, hey, bro, I'm the franchise guy in Chicago. I'm the guy. I can make the plays, make the throws. Yeah, you can run. I know that, but we want to see you improve as a passer. We want to see you be able to make those throws when the teams take the run away from you. So those are my thoughts. I think Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's a good one.
NFC North. You guys play them twice a year, so that's a fun matchup. Seeing Justin Fields run through you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, was there anything, bro, that you had on mind, man? Like, anything that you're particularly looking forward to this year? Other than your Packers probably finishing third, fourth in the division.
Looking forward to, it's always something to look forward to. I'm always excited for new football season, but especially, I just like the battles in the divisions because it just still seems like there are some really top-loaded divisions. We're talking about the AFC East, Bills, Dolphins, and Jets. We have no clue who's going to win that. Even the AFC South, we said it's going to be a slugfest. Jaguars most likely going to win it, but those are three teams competing for a number one pick. It feels like that's going to be at least somewhat entertaining. And then the AFC West is still really good. Raiders, I can see them being decent. Chargers, obviously, Chiefs, and if Broncos, if they can get things together with Russell Wilson, I don't know. I'm looking forward to division battles. Division games is what mostly is going to be a key factor to winning and losing this year.
Yeah. And then the NFC side of it, it's really like, got about three teams.
That was all AFC I listed. The AFC is a lot more competitive. NFC wise, different story.
Yeah, NFC, you got your 3 or 4 teams at the top. I'll say 3. Everybody else is down there. Maybe one team just slips in there because they have like that fighter team that underdog team that just slips into the playoffs. Like
there's always one every year.
It's one like
it was the Jaguars last year. We don't know who it can be this year. It's going to happen though.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the Lions in the NFC.
Yeah,
they were close.
You think the Lions would win the division or just get a wild card?
Well, I don't think they'll win the division. I think the Vikings will still take the division, just because I just think they will. They're a little bit more put together, but the Lions aren't that far behind. They made some great offseason moves. They drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round. Defensively, they added to their defense. Getting the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from the Eagles, man, and just adding to that secondary, man, Mosley. So they made an effort to address the defense, which was an issue for them. They were like last in the league against the pass defensively. So they're making an effort to make that unit better. I think they're going to end up probably about, I say 9 wins again. I say about 9 or 10 wins again, and finish second in the division behind the Vikings. And they slip in there and possibly make it to the divisional. I think they can do that. I have faith.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because the Vikings or the Lions, they haven't won a playoff game since the '90s. So that's the big concern for them, really.
But hear me out, though. I think they can. This group, man, they're just scrappy, man. And Dan Campbell, he's that guy.
I do like him. I think they're really explosive, is what I'm going to decide them as, because Jameson Williams is one thing, and then Jahmyr Gibbs, explosive running back. Obviously, they're going for this young Alabama core, but other than that, that's what they are. They're explosive.
Yeah. They offensively, people forget they had a really good offense last year. Jared Goff had a solid season at quarterback. So this is some defense and killed them. So I know a thing or two about bad defenses being But anyway, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it. So now we're gonna get into our wild card question here. I always do this on the show. We have a little fun, Dean. So you'll get to be a part of this today.
Okay.
Give me your top three desserts, man, all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You got me thinking for a minute here. Um, yeah, I don't want to be like too standard. I'm just trying to go above the heights here because I got a little bit of European background in me, so I got to go with something like I don't know, like German chocolate. I really like that.
Okay.
It's kind of background for me. Gosh, anything with brownie is good. Like it could be, you can mix anything with brownie. It's always going to be good. And honestly, I kind of just like a McDonald's sundae, like a hot fudge sundae. Like you can just sneak that up there.
Classic. Hey, I like that though. I like that, man. That's just classic. Straight up. Hey, McDonald's. I hear you, man. I hear you. That's those some solid, especially German chocolate. That's German chocolate is actually really good. So people sip on German chocolate. It's good. If you guys haven't tried it, you gotta try it. It's good. Okay. So German chocolate, brownie, and McDonald's something. Okay, good deal. Okay.
A lot of chocolate.
I can tell. I can tell you love chocolate. Yeah. I say for me, I would have to say number one would be. Like I said, I don't want to be too generic.
What's the problem?
I know, right? Specific.
I'm not gonna say ice cream or something. Like I gotta be like.
Yeah, really.
It's gotta be better than that.
Yeah. I would say, man, for me, number one would be. Oh man, that's so tough, bro. Okay, chocolate on chocolate cake. Number two would be ice cream, but specifically speaking, chocolate chip cookie doughs and flavor my ice cream. So that's number two, and three, man. That I think that could really go for anything. Yeah, so we'll just leave three as just a wild spot there. Right there. But those are my top two, though, right there. So, top two. Yeah, man. But Dean, it's been fun talking with you, bro. So tell us where we can find you on YouTube and your channel.
Obviously. All right. So, yep, Deansworld, my channel. That's where I make my videos, of course. More of Madden and simulation is what I do. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. All I'm at right now. I'm trying to get into TikTok and Shorts. I'll get there eventually. Deansworld YouTube.
Okay. Yes, sir. You guys make sure you check out Dean there. Great content he has. I'm to watch some of that. He does a phenomenal job in there. I believe 46,000 subscribers, something like that. Yeah,
somewhere around there. Yep.
Crazy. So make sure you guys help him add to that amount and help us here on YouTube on our channel at Jace Fit Down. Check us out here, providing you all the latest NFL updates, everything you need to know. We're gonna have Dean back on very soon. He did a great job, so y'all give applause for Dean or Dean's World. Coming on Jace Fit Down, love the collab there. But Dean, thank you for coming on, man. And you take care, my brother.
Yeah, you too. I appreciate it.
No problem. We will catch you next time. All right.
I'll see you.